Hello and welcome to the Freedym Show. This is the daily show featuring 10-minute practical, usable advice from amazing lifestyle entrepreneurs, because it's not just about the money, it's about freedom. And I am Ryan Lee. I'm your host, your teacher, your coach, your mentor, and the founder of Freedym.com, the leading online education platform for freedom-minded people just like you. So to get your free special gift, make sure to text the word freedom, that's F-R-E-E-D-Y-M, to 33444. Again, F-R-E-E-D-Y-M to 33444 for a very special gift. Now, today, we've got a great guest on the hot seat. We've got my friend Katie from wellnessmama.com. That's wellnessmama, M-A-M-A. I don't even know how to spell it. It's M-A-M-A.com. So she is getting between, listen to this, 8 to 10 million people a month visiting her amazing site for advice on nutrition and health and family stuff. I met Katie at a private event called the Consumer Health Summit, and she's just about as authentic as they come. So Katie hardly ever talks about like her business. So this is really, I'm really honored to have her on. Katie, we got 10 minutes on. Are you ready to rock here today?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You got it. I appreciate you being here. Now, I know you've got a really successful business, 8 to 10 million people a month, very family-oriented. And as I told you before, we don't, spend time on the 30-minute story and all that kind of stuff. We jump right in. What's the number one secret to your success? There's millions of mom bloggers out there. Why is yours getting so much traffic?
I think it's a mixture of several things, actually. I think part of it is that I like to think, at least, that I care a lot more than a lot of people. Because for me, I've always heard it said that, psychiatrists become psychiatrists because they're trying to fix themselves. And I feel like that's kind of what I did with getting into the health field, is trying to find my own health answers and eventually finding out I had thyroid disease and working through that. And I think maybe a lot of us in the health space got into it trying to find our own answers. But in doing so, I realized there were all these other moms who were struggling with the same issues, or whose kids were having behavioral problems that were related to the same root causes. And so I think that I just really do, this is what keeps me up at night. I really want to help other moms. I eat, sleep, and dream this. And I also am my audience. I'm a mom who really, really cares. And my mission started when my oldest son was 6 weeks old, and I read that his generation was going to be the first one in 200 years to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. Wow. And that just hit me like a lightning bolt, and I was like, that's not good enough for our kids. So since that day, that's been pretty much my mission with the blog, is to change that statistic.
It's so funny, and when I ask people these types of questions, there's some of the hardcore internet marketers who start off, well, I was looking for a niche that was going to make money, that was underserved, and did my keyword research and blah, blah, blah. And then there's people like you, Katie, who it's all about truly like the mission and helping people. And that passion is palpable in your site. Now that you had this drive, where did you start? What's the key to coming up with good content? Because you get such good search engine rankings. Are you thoughtful about it? I should write something about this with this specific subject, this headline, these keywords, or do you just write?
For the most part, I just write. I have learned a lot about keyword research over the years, and thankfully I worked with a great company that was able to get me a good foundation for SEO, because right now all of our traffic is organic, other than a small percentage that comes from social media, just organically there. And so that really helped a lot, that I was able to just focus on the writing part, which is what I love and what I'm passionate about. But also I tried to, at the beginning, and I still do this, every single post I try to think, okay, I'm going to answer one single question. So what is that question, and how is someone going to ask it? And so I always write for people, but I try to phrase it the way that someone's going to ask Google.
So give me an example.
So how to make kombucha, or uses for coconut oil. That was one of our more popular posts, and it ranks number one for the term coconut oil, at least right now. How to balance hormones naturally. How to have a natural birth. Things that I would have searched for when I was starting this process myself. Even recipes like sweet potato lasagna recipe, having all those words in there, so that when someone's actually searching for it in Google, it's a lot easier for them to find it. Instead
of calling it something like, yummy Halloween treat.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a $1 million takeaway, by the way. So now that you've got 8 to 10 million people visiting your site every month, it's just hard to fathom that amount of people for most listeners right now. What does your kind of business look like? I know you don't talk about business much. We don't have to talk about the numbers, but what are you actually selling? How are you making money with this?
Yeah, so actually, it's only been recently. We've now got several ebooks, and I have a meal planning system that we just reopened. So those have been our products that we've had available. But in the past, it's just been affiliate links, but not in the way that most people think of affiliate marketing. I'm on several lists where I get bombarded with affiliate promotions constantly from different health sites. And for me, I never liked that approach. I've always said, I wanted my blog to seem like someone was coming over to my house and having coffee with me. I wanted it to come across that way when I write, and I wanted the site to be welcoming. And so I run everything through that. I actually call it my coffee with friends principle.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so I always thought, like, if a friend came over to my house, I wouldn't try to sell her stuff when she walked in the door. I wouldn't have, like, ads flashing on my walls, and I wouldn't be, like, promoting things to her. But if she was like, hey, I like your shoes, where'd you get them? I would tell her. Or if she's like, where'd you get that pan? That's really cool. I would tell her. So I put text links in posts. So if I have a recipe, I link to the ingredients. If I have about healthy cookware, I link to the cookware. Or if it's about a supplement that I take, I link to the supplement. But I feel like that's very non-threatening and non-pushy, because it's like, if someone wants to click on it and find out where I got it, it's there, but I'm not shoving anything down anyone's throat. There's no ads popping up at them. And so that's just, I kind of tried to run everything through that authenticity of, would I do this to a friend? Same with my newsletter. If I wouldn't say it to a friend, I won't send it to my newsletter. And we've been very successful with that as far as affiliate links in the post. And I think it's because it's genuine and people don't feel like I'm trying to push anything on them.
Right. I feel like that wave has kind of come and go. The whole pushy marketers, and people still make money with it, but maybe people are just getting tired of it. I think, because every niche, every list, it's the same thing. You're just getting hammered with all these offers. And I love the way you're just so you're just Katie, you're authentic. So now you have ebooks. Approximately how many ebooks? What do the prices look like? And tell us more about the meal planning in terms of also the price and what they actually get for that.
Yeah, so the meal planning, we actually started about 5 years ago, and our first draft was a really rough version. It was literally like my actual meal plans that I was planning each week, and I would create PDFs and shopping lists so they could enter their family size and write out their shopping list with their numbers, what they would need, and go to the store. And then since then, it's evolved. So now it's an automatic meal planning system where they can search by allergy type and ingredients they do or don't like, and drag and drop and create their own meal plan for the week. And then all they have to do is enter how many people in their family, and it'll auto create a shopping list of exactly how much of each ingredient and reference what meal it's used for. So it's definitely evolved over the years, but it's completely done for you meal planning solution that they can customize based on autoimmune issues, allergies, and just food preferences.
That's great. And what are the costs for something like that?
Monthly, it's $15 a month, but then there's discounts if someone wants to purchase quarterly or yearly.
Okay. And was it technical? Was it complicated setting up the software, the payment, the logins? Because this is always a stumbling block. People have to well, look what Katie did. She probably has, she probably put millions of dollars into building this thing out.
It actually wasn't that bad. I found a good developer several years ago, and I've always said that to people: if you find someone good in your field, stick with them, because it's really hard to find. Mm-hmm. So we've had him, as we've grown it, been able to implement all the changes, and then the integration really is pretty easy. We use Stripe, which is the easiest payment system I've ever seen. I can even integrate it myself.
It is easy, isn't it?
Yeah. And then for the ebooks, there's 3 of them, but I've had so many written for a long time, and I've just been waiting on the design. So right now we're releasing one about every quarter, and then working on follow-up courses. So for instance, there's a natural remedies handbook that's almost done. And then in about 6 months, I'll come out with a course that actually walks people through natural remedies for moms, and what I do for ear infections, and how to make elderberry syrup, and all these different things, but in more of like a video interactive format.
Right, like just small niche specific.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So as we're wrapping up, I told you, Katie, this goes fast. Take us through, what is now that your business is growing, it still has a lifestyle business. Are you still working from home? And what, really brief overview, what does your team look like right now?
I'm still working from home. I think I always pretty much will, because first and foremost, I'm a mom of 5. So the amount of time and energy and effort it would take to get all 5 kids somewhere and have someone watch them so I could go somewhere else would never be worth it. We do have people that come in and help a little bit with like tutoring the kids, because we homeschool, or cleaning the house, and now I have a little bit of help with that. But right now it's still us at home. My husband's involved in the business actively as well, and he's like a tremendous help. And then we have a team of about 5 assistants that help with content creation and customer service and comments and that kind of thing when I'm not able to get to all of them.
And that's it. Just you, your husband, and 5 assistants.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's a great business. You're able to stay home with your 5 kids, your husband. I love sharing stories like yours, Katie, showing that someone with a mission, with a passion, a true desire to help people, doing it the right way, giving out good stuff, not trying to, I can't stand the word when they say extract money from people. And it's just, it's working. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend here with me.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
This has been awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're interested in learning more about Katie, go to Wellness Mama, WELLNESSMAMA.com. And as always, you'll see me tomorrow. I'm here every day, 7 days a week for you. If you enjoyed this, you enjoy the other shows, please go to iTunes, rate us, review us, rank us, whatever, all the cool stuff you can do, please do that. I appreciate your support. So I am signing off for now. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, and bye-bye.